Hi, YouTube. Thank you for joining me for my next live stream. I'm really excited to be here. DC says, I can't wait for this. Hi, DC. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Oh, today on DC's live stream replay, I learned that Elomir, the little yellow strip pyramid scheme, is coming to Canada, and I got really sad. And I don't want them in Canada, but course, it's an untapped market in Canada with this specific pyramid scheme. And I was really sad to learn that, but it was a fantastic stream, DC. Lift Panic says, hi, Heather, and hi, Rich. Hi, Gary. Hi, Rosie. I'm not sure if I can stay the whole time, but if not, I will watch the video later for sure. That's okay, Rosie. Thank you for trying your best to join the stream live. I really appreciate that. And for the past several months on my channel, I've been focusing like 99, not 99, 90% of my videos on Beachbody, but I'm finding that I have more interest in talking about other pyramid schemes recently, like Amway for sure. I've done 2 streams recently on Amway, and I want to talk about the Amway founding families. Yeah, the Van Andels and the DeVosses and their whole like leadership structure that they have from the different generations within that family now. And so I definitely want to do that in the future. And this one's on Monat. And then I definitely want to do more videos on Savvy. Savvy's super interesting too. So I'm not going to be focusing so much on Beachbody. I'm going to do other videos on Beachbody when one interesting comes up. But I've like 8 or 9 months later, I'm starting to broaden my interests a little bit for my own channel, which is really fun. So today I wanted us to watch a quick video from the first ever Monat market partner, which is just their distributors or independent contractors, named Tony Van Schoik. And she's going to invite us to the Monat opportunity. And then after, I want us to look at the income disclosure statement for Canada, because that's where I live. And I want us to see the reality of the Monat opportunity. And we all know what the reality is, but it's just so interesting how what these distributors tell us financially is completely different than the reality, and their own income disclosure statement from their own company tells us that they are being dishonest. So I'm really excited to do this. This will be a shorter stream. I randomly changed my mind about what I wanted to do my video on today, and I had this video on my list, and I thought it'd be a fun little stream for us to do. So can you let me know how the audio is and if it's too loud? And I did lower it a little bit, but the audio for this video is super loud. Sorry, I lost my mouse. 1 second. I'm just going to lower it a little bit. So yeah, I'm really excited. Let me know what you think. And yeah, let's get started. Sorry, I forgot. So if you watch my channel, you know I talk way too much. And even though this video is not even 3 minutes long, I'm going to be talking a lot because I have a lot to say about this, just so you know. Oops.
Hi, my name is Tony Van Schoik, and I am so glad that you are watching this here today. There's an incredible opportunity that I was given 7 years ago, and now I get to, not have to, share this with other people.
I'm already pausing already. Sorry about that, friends. We get to share the opportunity, not have to. So in Beachbody, in all MLMs, you'll hear a lot of language around you have to share the gift of the opportunity. And if you don't share it, then you're being selfish and you don't want what's best for people. And so we have the privilege of sharing this gift, and we have to share it to make an impact on people's lives.
Best part is that you can leverage time, you can leverage your background, you can leverage everything that you've ever done previously in your life, and it's non-discriminatory. The best part is that you have the same opportunity that I did 7 years ago. If you have passion, if you're hungry, and also if you really want to make a difference in your life and in the lives of others.
I'm pausing 1,000 times. Sorry. Love Panic says audio is fine. Thank you, Love Panic. I appreciate you letting me know. So she's saying you can leverage your time and your experiences in life. And I take that to mean that, of course, certain jobs, certain professions lend itself better to network marketing. If you're in a job where you have to do a lot of public speaking, you will be more comfortable doing videos like this in front of how many subscribers does she have? 5.59K subscribers, which is a pretty good platform. If you are in sales, you are more likely to do better in this kind of job. If you're in a high stress environment that might be really mentally challenging or physically draining, you might not care that people keep saying no to you, and you might have a higher tolerance to stress, right? Because if you're an ER nurse, people saying no to you online isn't really going to bother you as much, in my opinion. And in my job, I don't do anything talking to big groups of people. I might talk to people one on one, but the majority of my job is writing different kinds of documents and creating budgets. I would fail in network marketing, completely fail. So the other point is we all start from the same place. In my Bill Britt video, he told us that in Amway, everyone starts with the same kit at the bottom of the pyramid. And what Tony is not saying is that she got success because she was literally the first Monat market partner ever in the company. So she has freaking Jacqueline Ortega, she has Bianca Abreu, whatever her name is, Joe Irigoyen. All of these top earners are in her downline. She technically doesn't have to work if she doesn't want to. And I can't stand when these top distributors say they got success because of their grit and their determination and their sacrifice, and they don't say, well, I was one of the first people in, so it was much easier for me to recruit people to make make a big team because no one knew about the company yet. In Beachbody, that would be Christine Dwyer. She was in the year after Beachbody started. There were barely any coaches in the company yet, and she has over half of the entire network in her downline, and she has the most personally sponsored 15-star diamonds. So she's most likely making $12,000 a week for her team cycle bonus. And then she's making, most likely, I don't know for sure, she's making the $1,200 maximum on the matching bonus for all of those 15-star diamonds that are in her direct downline. What do you think about that? That was a really big ramble. So we have a few comments here. Rosie says, oh man, I think this is the lady that says she's never going to pay her taxes anymore. Scary that she's doing an invite video for Monat. Yes, I think you're right. That was Julie Joe's video. But please note that this is a video from 2021, but she probably still had those same misguided views and conspiracy theory ideas back then as well. But that's a really good observation. Liv Panic says, Rosie, I think you're right. Yes. Sorry for pausing 6,000 times in like 50 seconds.
I will tell you that there is no other platform like this out there. So let me just give you perspective of what we've been able to do over the last 7 years. Have I been successful in other businesses? Absolutely 100%. I used to run restaurants. I owned my own brick and mortars. Yeah, plural. And then have also been on a social platform.
Okay. She ran her own businesses. She had her own brick and mortars. Whenever there's people in MLMs that have actual business owning experience, it kind of lends credibility to this structure that MLM is an easier way to own a business. In Beachbody, you had Moira Kusaba who talked about how amazing it was to only have $15 a month for overhead compared to her like $50,000 a month. I'm pretty sure she said for her like yoga studio business. I can't remember. It was in one of my older videos. And I think it just lends credibility to the fact that this is an easier way to own a business, even though we know they're not owning a business. We know that they're independent contractors. We know that they're paying for the privilege of selling the product and of recruiting others who recruit others and sell the product. That was a bit of a long-winded explanation. Gary says, I'm sorry I'm late to the party. What conspiracy theories did she espouse? So the only video that I watched, I think there were a few on Julie Joe's channel, It was about how this woman said that taxes are illegal and she's not going to pay her taxes because she doesn't believe in them. But Rosie and DC, if you're still here and you watched, I think Julie Joe did a few other videos on this woman. If you can let us know what the other conspiracy theories were, that would be great. I lost my mouse. Oh, sorry. Rosie said something. I never thought of it that way. It does lend credibility to the business structure, and that's scary to think about. Yeah, of course, because then it's, of course, it's technically easier and cheaper to be an independent contracted salesperson in an MLM than to have your own restaurant where you have to purchase or lease a property, and then you have to pay your employees, you have to pay them benefits if you want to, you have to pay for their food, you have to pay for your bills. Of course, it is a financially cheaper option, but they're not business owners, they are salespeople.
For the last 7 years that has made this so incredible to give this gift to other people. So maybe this is you're the next person to receive this gift. I'm going to tell you something though. There is no other industry in the world that can do what we can do.
Don't you guys feel lucky? We're the next person to receive the beautiful gift of Monat. You know, it's not like thousands of people are leaving for iGenius and Q Sciences. It's not like there's tons of lawsuits for individuals who use Monat shampoo and then their hair fell out. Can you imagine how traumatizing that would be when you think you're just using shampoo and then you wake up in the morning one day and you have like balls of hair in the shower? So we are so lucky to be receiving this gift of Monat. Don't you feel lucky? Sorry, I'm a little bit snarky.
So the best part is that you have the same opportunity that I did 7 years ago to do the same exact thing. Here's where.
No, we don't, Tony, because we were not the first person in. We are not literally at the top of the whole ass Monat pyramid. No, we don't. And Lip Panic says, oh yes, she talked about the illegal jab. Thank you, Lip Panic.
We had filed bankruptcy. Our home was going into foreclosure. And then we were able to partner with a business model that gave us every dream in the world. From
that statement, she's saying that this business model helped her get her home back and get out of bankruptcy. And we'll see in a second with the income disclosure statement that the vast, vast majority of these people in Monat are barely making a living wage, a reasonable living wage that they can kind of provide for themselves, let alone paying off their debt and saving their home. It's so misleading. And she's purposely lying, in my opinion, because she's sitting here talking about how this business helped her achieve all of her wildest hopes and dreams while she knows that the vast majority of people in the company are losing money and are making no money. By the way, I like this style of shirt. I think it looks nice on her. She looks fashionable, but I can't stand what she's saying.
Buying our dream home, which is where I'm at right now in Charleston, South Carolina. Oh
my God, sorry. I don't understand why so many people in MLMs and maybe the internet in general, they are so comfortable sharing where they live. So we now know her first and last name, and we know she lives in Charleston, Carolina, or South Carolina, whatever that was. Maybe I'm more private of a person than your average person, but I don't want my last name being on the internet. I don't want my city being on the internet. People know that I'm from Canada, but that's like, people don't need to know like what city I'm in my opinion. But I feel like I'm probably more paranoid than the average person.
Are an 8-figure income earner with our company. We drive every single day to make sure that people are reaching their goals, their dreams, and their wants. And the other thing is that we have no limitations on what we want and what we want for others. There's no limitations on your dreams. So
she wants us all to achieve our dreams, right? She wants us to achieve our financial and time freedom dreams. And she's making it seem like she's so charitable and altruistic, but we know that if people below her are doing well in the business, that means she's doing well and she's collecting a fat paycheck. So it's not through kind, charitable reasons. And she said something about dreams, about big dreams. I don't remember, so sorry about that. But how come in MLM the dreams always have to be massive? It always has to be, I want to buy a new house, I want to retire my husband or my spouse, I want to be able to travel the world, I want to retire my parents. Why can't it just be, I want to live a comfortable, happy life? Why can't it just be, I want I want to be able to pay my bills and hang out with my kids and have some vacation. Like, why can't it just be a nice, normal dream, average dream? What do you think about that? Rich says South Carolina has 5 million people. Probably vague enough. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm just extra paranoid on the internet. And I know lots of people share things on the internet, but I feel like in MLM, there's like, we always know where people live. Like Jessie Lee Ward literally told us exactly where she lives. So if there are people who don't have good intentions on the internet, they know where she lives, they could literally go and just like stand in that area until they see her. But yeah, good point, Mitch. You're right. So we're almost done this part, and sorry for talking so much.
Providing you today, you have to be a part of this. It's a game changer. You will not recognize your financial future from 30 days from now if you plug in and you do 4 key simple things that will show you how to do.
So remember what she said, we're not going to recognize our financial future 30 days from now as long as we plug in to what she says. Okay. So I want to look at the income disclaimer. Yeah, income disclaimer from Canada. For some reason I could not find the US one on my computer. Like I even went to Hannah Alonso's video on this and I clicked the link and it kept bringing me to the Canadian one and I don't really understand why. So let's see. I hope this format works okay. Let me know if it's not good and I hope you can see it, but I'm just going to go through it and yeah, I hope you enjoy it and we're going to see the actual reality of making money in Monat. So let's start up here. So the average monthly income for all Canadian market partners at all ranks in 2021 was 97 Canadian dollars. This information in the chart below includes these market partners who enrolled prior to 2021. In addition, the rank of market partner and managing market partner were combined as they included at least 50% of all participants. A market partner's rank may vary over the course of a year. For the purposes of the chart below, the rank of each Monat market partner is based on the paid as rank in the month achieved. Okay, so that's a quick description. And I want us to just to look at the amount that your average person is going to make. And we've all seen Hannah Alonso's video, but I'll make this quick. And I really just wanted to show this right after what we just heard Tony say about we won't even be able to recognize our financial future if we just do the 4 things that she says. So managing market partner and managing market partner. So those are the first 2 ranks in Monat. There's like 10 ranks. 96.6% of all market partners make an average monthly gross earnings of $22 Canadian. So I just want to go down to the bottom quickly and see if this also includes expenses. So they do not take into consideration any expenses incurred by market partners in operating their businesses or profits or losses when products are resold by market partners. Okay, that's good to know because that was like a big chunk of what I was going to say. Associate market builder, $638 a month, Canadian dollars, and that's 1.32% of all market partners in Monat. So we see like you're already getting into the top couple percentage of market partners, which is crazy. Like you're in the 3rd rank of the company, $638, and you're already in like the top like 3.4% of all market partners. So Live Panic had a comment here. If this is not a requirement, I'm always amazed when MLMs put this pathetic information out there for anyone to see. I know, right? It makes them look terrible. That's a really good point. Okay, remember this is Canadian dollars, okay? Market builder, 0.45%, $964 Canadian dollars a month. Managing market builder, 0.78%, $1,500 a month. And then it goes up to 2,700, 6,500, 11.6, over 19,000. This is per month, remember? And then 33,000 per month and then 70,000 per month. So in Canada, or at least where I am right now, the first monthly income where you could kind of sort of live comfortably. And when I say kind of sort of, like you have enough money for your bills, you can like feed yourself. And I'm thinking of a single person, right? And I'd say places like Toronto or Vancouver, this is not the case. You need much, much more. But where I am, someone could kind of live comfortably off of this if we're not including expenses. Okay. So the first rank where you could kind of live comfortably in some places in Canada would be associate market mentor with $2,737 a month. But remember, this isn't even accurate because this does not include our expenses. So I'd say the true answer would be associate market mentor at, market mentor at $6,579 a month. Because if you minus the expenses, you're still going to make a pretty good amount of money, in my opinion. And where I am, you'd be able to live comfortably off of that. So I wanted to just quickly calculate the percentage that people, the percentage of market partners in Canada who are making enough to live. Okay, so market mentor, it's 0.24%, and then managing market mentor, 0.1%. Associate executive director, oops, I did that wrong. Sorry, 0.03. Executive director, 0.02. And then senior executive director, 0.00. How many zeros is that? 2 zeros, 0.002. So in Canada, the market mentors who make enough money to live comfortably after their expenses and maybe assuming taxes for operating their Monat business, 0.392%. So, Tony, where is this amazing income opportunity? I wonder where it is. I wonder where it is. Because if we're not even calculating expenses, the first one, associate market mentor, and $2,737 would be tight in my city, but you could technically make it to live. You could technically live with that. So we have a few comments. Let's see. Live Panic says, I guess it's just to cover their asses so they won't get sued by people who lose money. Fantastic point, because they can say, well, we told you in our income disclaimer that we told you how much money you're going to make at each rank. So it's your fault. That's a great point. They put this out and tell the MPs to show prospect the commissions table, but not this income disclosure statement. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Rich says, even their lowest tier doesn't add up unless most people quit within the year. $22 a month equals $264 a year, but their average annual income is only 97 Canadian dollars. That's a really good point. I don't really know how math works. And that's a good point about we don't know how actually accurate these statements are, because who created them? Was it an economist or a mathematician, or was it just someone like within the C-suite who doesn't actually know how to do things like this? That's a really good point. But yeah, I found it really interesting how you are in the top I can't do math, 3.4% of the company if you're only in the third rank. In Canada, you're only in the third of 10 ranks, and you only get $638 a month before your freaking expenses. You can't do anything with that in majority of cities. And then say if you happen to live in like Toronto, I would say the market mentor rank, like, because the $6,579 is like before taxes and expenses, like that would probably be cutting it tight if you were living in Toronto or Vancouver. You may not be able to live comfortably on that even. Okay, that was fun. Thank you for listening to me ramble on and on about that. I really enjoyed that, and I hope you guys enjoyed my little video. I randomly changed my mind like not that long ago about what I wanted to talk about today, and I really thought it was interesting how this woman's invitation is talking about how this helped her achieve all her wildest, most amazing dreams. It helped her fix her financial situation, and all we have to do is follow her instructions, and then we too can live out our financial dreams. But then we found that 0.39%, I think, of market builders in Canada can kind of live off of their income. Not kind of live. We said the market mentor rank. So 0.39% of market partners can live on this income after expenses and after taxes. Sorry, I'm not expressing myself well today. So Gary says these two above mentioned conspiracy theories are right out of QAnon. That is scary and puts everything in a different perspective. Even worse if that's possible. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, a lot of people who are at the top of their MLMs really follow very problematic ideologies, and a lot of them do spout conspiracy theories that seem very related to the QAnon theories. So that's a really excellent point, Gary. Thank you. So that's all I have for today. I know it was a bit of a shorter live stream, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you liked looking at the Canadian income disclosure. I can never remember if it's disclosure or disclaimer. I think this is the disclaimer. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I have a lot coming up in the next little while, and I probably won't be able to make another video this week. Probably won't be able to do anything on the weekend, and so there might be a bit more of a gap between my videos now. But if I'm not posting for a while, no, like just going through like a busier time, and I'll get back to it soon when my schedule slows down a little bit. So Rich says, thank you again, Heather. You're welcome, Rich. Thank you for coming. Rosie says, thank you so much, Heather. You're welcome, Rosie. And I'm glad you're able to watch the whole thing because this was a shorter stream. And then Lift Panic says, thanks, Heather. You're welcome, Lift Panic. Thank you for coming. So that's all I have for today. And I'll see you next time. And I hope you guys have a good evening. Bye.